still felt pretty good, and that side of the court is kind of tough to play on at the beginning of the night. So I think we were both dealing with it, and as you saw, neither one of us had the easiest time serving or returning or serving on that side. So yeah, I wasn't overly concerned about that and just stayed the course.
Is it safe to say that was maybe the best performance of 2017? And what were you most pleased with?
I would say it's probably the best as far as just kind of playing well from start to finish. I mean, everything was just really solid. I wasn't really going for crazy winners or doing anything amazing. It was just really solid, smart tennis.
What was the preparation like? What were the discussions like with Lindsay going into the match? Yesterday, you were sitting there saying, I hope I can stay calm and just relax and be the underdog, and I don't know if I can do it, but it looked like, yeah, throughout the match, she kind of kept a pretty level head throughout it.
Yeah, I definitely did. I think that's probably one of the things I'm most happy with kind of this whole week. I think it was more just knowing what I had to do and focusing on that, and then, you know, obviously I tried to get into a forehand cross-court rallies with her and break her down that way. So I think I did a pretty good job of that tonight, and yeah, now I'm just looking forward to the finals tomorrow.
Obviously not the best of seasons. What would it mean for you to come through and win this American title? What would it mean to you?
To be honest, just being in the finals and having some really good matches and just feeling like I'm on a good path right now has been the best part of this whole tournament. So win or lose tomorrow, that's obviously, you know, a huge thing for me. I do want to win though, so I'm going to do everything that I can to do that.
And talk about Lindsay. What does she bring to you to your game, both on court and off?
Well, I would say we play similar styles, so that's always nice to have her perspective in that. But I would say off of the court, just her completely understanding what I'm going through and the emotions and all of that has been really beneficial.
It just gives you another voice, another input. It just gives you a sense of purpose. Can you just explain a bit more on that front?
Well, when you have someone who's, you know, telling you, I know how you feel and this is how I dealt with it, but they actually know exactly how you feel, it's a lot easier to, you know, hear what they're saying. And I think she's obviously been in situations like this a lot, so I can learn from what she's done.
It's just your second tournament since the second surgery after the French Open. I mean, are you surprised that you're playing on final Sunday?
Surprised maybe a little bit, but after the second surgery, before Wimbledon, everything was rushed. I had like 10 days to get ready for Wimbledon, so I never really felt like I had a great foundation, fitness-wise, tennis-wise. And then getting back from Wimbledon legitimately started right after Wimbledon. So I finally feel like I have a solid foundation. Not saying that I can't improve on a lot of things, but it's definitely the best that I felt going into a tournament since, you know, last year.
So if you win tomorrow or possibly lose, how much of a springboard would this tournament be going into the US Open later?
It's a massive springboard. It's, you know, it's kind of the perfect situation for me. Going and having 3 really good matches and hopefully 4 really good matches going into the US Open is exactly what you want.
There's a huge Hollywood movie coming up in 6 weeks or so on Billie Jean King and her Battle of the Sexes matches with Bobby Riggs. Are you familiar with the whole Battle of the Sexes thing that occurred back in 1973? And talk about Billie Jean King and her role for women's tennis.
I would argue that Billie Jean is probably the most important person that we have as far as being one of the original 9 who started the tour, and then, you know, beating Bobby, and really just being a champion for women's tennis in general. She has been amazing to me. you know, to this day, she'll still text me and say congratulations and she's watching. And so I think she's just a really, really special woman. And it's amazing that she has taken the time to help other women.
And she has similarly special qualities. She's so present. Do you just see her on a one-to-one basis as a special person who is taking the time to give you advice? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
As far as sitting down one-on-one with her?
Just that she's...
I mean, I haven't had lots of opportunities to just sit there and talk to Billy. But as far as listening to her speak, or even when she just takes 5 minutes out of her day to send me a text and say, I watched your match, it was great, so happy for you, good things will happen. She doesn't have to do that. So the fact that she takes the time out of her day to do that and send that to me is really special.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, did you ever play Coco in juniors, or is this literally?
This is literally the first time ever.
Okay, so.
Including practice.
Yeah, you never hit with her?
No, because why would we want to practice with each other? It would be the most pointless thing ever. Like, oh, winner, ace, winner.
So you like rallies in practice then?
I mean, I think ideally everyone is trying to practice like more than 3-shot rallies. So I think as far as hitting with each other, we're like, oh, it's great, you know, good ball. But as far as points, we're like, no, it's better if we don't.
So then what do you expect for tomorrow in terms of that match?
She's obviously going to serve well, and she's going to have a lot of power. And, you know, I think I'm just going to have to look to see what she's been doing really well this tournament and see, you know, where I can maybe figure out things that she's not doing perfectly. But, I mean, she's obviously having a fairly good season. She's always going to come to play and play to win.
Madison, you're such a gifted young athlete, and then the injuries hit. What was the toughest part of dealing with injury and being off the tour and all that?
To be honest, being off the tour wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was after the first surgery, being back and it not being perfect and feeling like I still couldn't do what I wanted to. And even at Wimbledon, I had lots of people telling me that I was a terrible tennis player and I had 10 days to get ready for it. So it's been more of that, where it's been a lot of closing myself off to other people's opinions on how my season has been, because it's not been easy, and I finally feel really good about that. So I think there's some people jumping on the bandwagon all of a sudden again. So, you know, to me it's been really special to find the people who have stuck with me through the lows in the last couple of months.
So you had some good times at Wimbledon, but Max had told you not to go. Did he apologize or say you're sorry, or what?
Have you met Max?
I've met Max.
Yeah, he doesn't do apologies very well.
How's your arm feel today?
Sorry?
How does your arm feel today? Your forearm, the muscle strength?
It feels good. It feels a lot better.
Last question.
Madison, just kind of looking ahead, you know, both you and Coco both have 2 titles. You've never won a title, either of you, on soil, on U.S. soil. So does that mean anymore, or is it just? I mean, does tomorrow feel any different, I suppose, than another final that you would play?
Maybe a little bit. I don't think either one of us has won a title off of grass either, have we?
Good with the stats.
Yeah.
And you haven't won the same tournaments, weirdly, of the grass tournament.
Interesting. Look at us. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different, but I think it'll be more exciting. I mean, I've obviously never I made a final in Charleston in the States, but no, I don't think it's going to be totally different. It will be really nice to have home support. Obviously, it'll be divided, but I'm just really looking forward to going out there and playing Coco.